Hello and welcome to another Mario Party 5 minigame review. Today we're reviewing the 2 vs 2 minigame, Defuse or Lose.
In this one, both teams have 3 fuses that are constantly getting shorter, and to stop them from burning, you have to butt stomp on them. Every time you do this, the fuse will stop getting shorter for a few seconds, and whichever team is able to stop the fuses from reaching King Babam the longest will win.
Yeah, basically you just don't want to blow up.
Which makes sense.
This minigame was pretty intense to play. There's one more fuse than the number of players. You and your partner are constantly trying to figure out which fuse to butt stomp next.
Yeah, I liked that. It kept it kind of exciting. Instead of just doing your own thing while your partner does their own thing, you're kind of weaving back and forth next to each other and just hitting whatever fuse is closer to you at the time.
Yeah, it made it kind of chaotic. I had a little bit of trouble figuring out where exactly to butt stomp. You showed me that I had to do it a little bit ahead of time, otherwise I wouldn't hit the fuse and it would just keep burning. I think my timing wasn't very good when we first started playing.
Yeah, that was definitely the hardest thing for me as well. Because it takes a little bit of time to jump and then come back down with your butt stomp, you have to account for the fuse moving a little bit. Once I got the hang of it, it definitely got easier, but it's still just not quite as tight as I thought it needed to be. There's a little bit of feedback missing that I wish was there, although I'm not sure how they would have changed it.
Yeah, sometimes I felt like I was for sure gonna hit it, but for some reason I didn't. That part was a little challenging, and I think I struggled more with it than you did, so most of the time when we were partners, you had to keep an eye on 2 of the fuses, and I just could manage 1.
One thing that did help, though, was butt stomping on both of the fuses when they were close enough to each other. There's points where they weave over each other, and at these points, you can just kind of stand there and wait for them to light back up and just keep butt stomping them over and over.
And it felt really rewarding when you could get 2 at the same time.
Yeah, it definitely did. So overall, this wasn't a bad minigame. It definitely has the intensity we're looking for in a minigame, especially in a 2 vs 2 minigame. I feel like you don't get that intensity in 2 vs 2 that often. And because there's 3 fuses to keep track of, you definitely have to work with your partner to make sure that you're staying on top of all of them. But having said that, I will say that it can be a little bit difficult knowing when you should jump on the fuse, just because the fuse is constantly moving, so you really have to time it just right. But other than that, we had a pretty good time with this one, so we're giving it 4 stars out of 5.
Well, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. You all know about those YouTube algorithms, so your support really helps us to grow. Next up, we'll be reviewing Dinger Derby. If you want to see what this one's about, come back to watch it with us. Hope to see you then.